YouTube and welcome back to my channel. In the next two videos, we are going to be talking about freelancing in Italy. This was initially supposed to just be one video, but there was a lot of interest in the topic. I got a lot of questions about the topic, and I also wanted to tell a little bit about my headspace as to why I'm going freelance 100% this year. So I decided to break it up into two videos. The first video is the one you're watching, and so it's the reasons why I'm going fully freelance in 2022. And the next video will be me responding to your guys' questions on being freelance, being partita IVA in Italy. So with no further ado, let's get right into the video. Why I went full freelance in 2022. As many of you guys may or may not know, I decided this year that I wanted to focus a bit more on me, my projects, and my goals, and this meant that I had to finally walk away from a contract, an indeterminato contract in Italy with a, decent for Italy salary, and go 100% freelance so that I could be on my own. And people would probably be like, why on earth would you do this? And why would you do it now? Working as long as I did, it's been like 5 or 6 years now that I've been working. I've learned a lot about myself, or better yet, I confirmed some things that I already knew about myself. And the first thing is that I'm not a team player. But it's really something that I've always known. It's always something that I have struggled with, but I'm no longer really seeing it as a negative. It's just a thing. It's just how I am. What I've learned from working in different organizations and over the years is that it's not that I'm not a team player, it's that I am a team leader. If you put me in a team, in every example that I can see over the course of my career, when I was the team leader, making the decisions and taking the responsibility for everybody else, things went more smoothly. And there are so many shining examples of this. Colori, I'm the one that takes responsibility for things, whether they're great or whether they're shitty, and I'm the one that makes most of the decisions. And the only person above me is my boss, who is essentially my investor. And it's an amazing example of a success. If I look at Tia Taylor and my influencer content creator sphere, again, I'm the central person making all of the decisions, taking all of the responsibility, and I have a team of collaborators under me, but not really under me. We'll just say that report to me, and you guys have seen the great success that this has come to be. On the other hand, I've noticed that most times when I'm placed within company teams or within groups where I have to report to other people, many other people, it just doesn't work out. I've seen that probability-wise. I at least personally feel that I'm often put underneath, or I'm often made to report to people that I don't entirely trust their decision-making skills. I don't exactly see them taking the responsibility that they should take as a leader. And if I don't trust in your abilities, and if I don't believe in you, it's really hard for me to work with you and in a team of your making. So I've just come to the conclusion that I'm not, at least in the way that it seems that companies want teams to be, I don't work well in those teams outside of a leader role. Since I think that this part of the video could be misinterpreted, I'm going to make just a little precision. Of course, in the true sense of the word, I am a team player. I will do whatever it takes to achieve my objective and complete my task, and if that means collaborating with other people, I will do that amazingly. And I think that that is the true thing, the true meaning of a team player. The problem is that most people have a different definition of what team player means, and I think that it often means just going along with the majority group and getting along well on a personal level. Being a team player can mean different things to different people, but just in my experience, in my years of work, this is what many people seem to think it is. And if that's the case, I don't subscribe. I'm not taking that as a weakness anymore. I'm not taking that as something that I'm gonna hide saying. It's just a fact of life. Some people are team members and some people are team leaders. Amazing if you can do both, but I can't. And that was one of the reasons why I'm like, I knew from the very beginning, I can't work in a company. It was never my dream or aspiration to work for somebody. I always knew that the jobs that I had were, yes, learning experiences, yes, opportunities, yes, a great way to, network and build up skills. But I knew that my ultimate objective and my ultimate goal would be to work for myself. I just knew it with my personality. Another thing that I finally come to do is trust myself and my abilities, which was not something that I exactly did before this year. And it was something that I'm only able to say because looking back again on my 5-6 year career now, I see what I built. I see what I've built, I see what I was capable of, and I see that I was capable of doing that, not giving my full effort and splitting my energies amongst a million different things and a million different people. So imagine if I put all of my energy actually into my own stuff rather than splitting myself 5 million ways. I'm a very risk-averse person. I'm not risk-averse in the extreme Italian sense where I think that Italian society in majority, and it's not wrong. I think it's because of the way society is set up here, can be very averse to entrepreneurialism. It's like most people aspire to have their contratto indeterminato and a fixed job and that fixed security, and that's the goal. And if you deviate from that goal, in general, most people aren't trying to do that. Whereas I don't think there's as much resistance amongst Americans, even because stability in a job isn't really something that we know anyways, just because of the way the system is made. That being said, between the American mentality and the Italian mentality, I'd say that I'm in the middle because I'm okay to take risks, but at the same time, I come from a background where I had very little security, I had very little stability, and that's something that I wanted. I didn't want to stress all the time about money. I didn't want to have the stress of being also responsible of my own financial stability. So that was another reason why I always had other jobs. I would have the job with the contract that was stable and I knew that every month something was coming to me. And then I had my own side hustles that would pay me on the side. It wasn't stable in the sense that it's not like I was making the same amount of money every month and there were higher periods and there were lower periods. But as I looked back on the years of data that I now have, in 3-4 years of content creating and making money off of that, I have always, every single year, made more, almost doubled every year. And I might not have been making the same amount every single month, but I was averaging, if I took the average of what I made in the year, I was averaging double my normal salary with my side hustle these past 2 years, not even 1 year. Some people will see that they were able to do it 1 month and then they quit. No, I waited 2 years to see this, proven track record before I finally decided to jump. Before, I lacked the self-confidence to think that I could actually go out on my own and make it on my own. But nowadays, I don't lack that self-confidence anymore because I can look back over the years and see what I was able to do, giving half of my effort. And now I'm really excited to see what I can do, giving it my full effort. Final and most important point, I guess, or I don't know if it's most important, but it's a pretty important point, is the financial aspect of it. I mean, it's not, I'm not blind to the fact that as I already said, not everybody has financial stability and are comfortable or even capable of being able to go out on their own. People have to eat, people need money. And when you start a business, when you start an activity, it's most likely not gonna work out automatically. It could take months to work. Could take years to work. And it's not like you can wait years to eat. So another big reason as to why I'm going freelance and to why it's right now is because I finally can. I restructured my finances a bit, especially with the house. It's it's counterintuitive, but actually buying the house lowered my costs a lot. I basically have very, very low, almost nothing in terms of living costs. And I mean, based on the past years, I've always earned pretty decently from my side hustle. So if I keep earning that and my costs are this, I should be fine. Of course, the hope is that I'm gonna earn more now that I'm giving more effort to it. But the truth of the matter is I'm just finally in a financial situation where I don't have to worry. If things go downwards, I can still survive for like a good year or two before I would actually have to find another job. So it's just the right moment, even financially, to be able to do this. And I think that that's one factor that people need to consider before going fully freelance, is if they can financially support themselves, even if things aren't going great, or even if you need time for things to take off or grow. That's not always the case. I don't think that was the case for me 3 years ago, 4 years ago. My side hustle wasn't at the right level. My costs were very high and it just wasn't the right moment. But now it seems to be the right moment, and it seems that I'm able to do this. So I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you guys thinking about making the big leap and going fully freelance in 2022? I'd love to hear about it in the comment section. Or if you already have made this leap, how's it working out for you? Do you have any advice for us newbies? We'd love to know. That being said, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell. That way you don't miss part 2, my Q&A session on freelancing in Italy. I guess that's it. I will see you guys in my next one.